You were just giving us the rundown on where you've been. You were in Jamaica, the UK. I mean, you got to spread the love.
That's right.
When you think back to 1975, right? Can we all remember back to 1975? That's a test all by itself. Did you think that Steel Pulse would survive, would have that longevity and be accepted and as beloved as they are now?
Never in a million years. We just had an idea. I thought it was going to be a flash in the pan.
Right.
But it just went on and on and on from one level to the next.
Here you are, the Mick Jagger of reggae.
Were you
right?
You got it.
Were you all just like a bunch of friends that decided, hey, let's do this. This is the music we like. Let's get together?
Generally, yes. We were. Most of us went to the same school, lived in the same neighborhood, and almost hung out in the same type of environment, nightclubs and sound systems, as it used to be called.
Was there somebody's garage involved? Like,
That
you know,
too.
that's what we do here in the U.S., right? You have a garage band.
But you started in London punk clubs, right?
We started before that, actually, but we decided to get more recognition once we went to London and started to perform amongst the punk rockers.
Did they influence your music at all in any way?
Not particularly.
But
the energy was good.
The only connection, I would say, is that we were sort of, the punks were at the time seen as anti-establishment.
Right.
And we, in our own kind of way, was like that in a sense, you know, complaining about unemployment and police brutality and things like that, poor
Music
education.
with a message.
That was our message.
You know, you are the only, or the first non-Jamaican band to win a Grammy for reggae, right?
Correct.
Yes.
How did that happen, and how does that feel to be able to represent your British folk in doing that?
I think it's a combination of quite a few things. We had a major record label at the time. Major record labels have a tendency to have a big influence when it comes to who they want. So that's part of it. Obviously, the strength of the album itself, and also being a popular band at that time, in that era, for the message we were putting out there.
Right.
So I think it was a combination of a lot of things.
Yeah. Can the both of you talk about the process then and putting your music together? When you're talking about so many very important messages to be spread, how do you collaborate with each other in writing the lyrics and putting this music together?
Well, in the earlier years, it was like a jam.
Okay.
And then, you know, for example, I had lyrics, and the band thought it was finding their way of enhancing what was needed to be said. You see what I'm saying? Or what was already been said, and incorporated even more. So it was a combination of a lot of things. But it's generally having a groove going on, having a concept based on what was happening socially within the environment, and we just continued from there.
Yeah. And Selwyn, what do you think the messages are today that we need to be continuing to talk about or need to be addressed through music?
I think there's a need for nations, religions, races to respect each other.
Amen.
Yeah, and that's worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And also, in the beginning, we were always looking for a better world,
Right.
Especially for the people, the masses that are going through all kinds of stuff worldwide.
Yeah.
So that message is still the same.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's probably even more relevant now than it was back then.
So many people can connect to your music. Do you feel like that's part of the secret of your longevity and being still around 50 years later?
I think so. I think a lot of people could identify with the subject matters that we've perpetuated throughout our music. Racism has been the lion's share of that message, is what I'm saying. And as you can see, the world is just overwhelmed with it, that negativity right now. And it needs addressing, it needs to be addressed now, if you see what I'm saying. And this is what makes us relevant today after 50 years, if you see what I'm saying.
And you know, also too, sometimes it's nice to be able to step away from that negativity, to get lost in some positivity, to be able to lose ourselves in the music and, you know, give that sort of that break, that respite, to be able to
there's that
step
too.
into music too.
There's that too. That's why there's songs that are written, there's songs that are about the political you know, the ones that we need to really address, and then there's also those that make
Yeah.
you relax, sit back, and have a good time.
Where can we have a good time with you guys now that you're here in New
we're
York?
excited to have you here.
Well, we've got 2 dates in New York.
Okay.
We've got Hudson Valley at the winery,
Right,
and we also have the one here in New York, City Winery,
right.
and that's between tomorrow, 25th in Hudson Valley,
Montgomery, yeah.
and then 27th
And
at the.
Winery.
Do
that's
I have
right.
to pay outrageous StubHub prices, or can I get real tickets?
When it comes to reggae music, you normally don't have to pay outrageous prices.
Are you also doing something at the Apollo while you're here?
Yes, I think there is a conversational piece that we're
Oh,
having.
tell us about that. What
Well,
can folks expect?
Well, Pat McKay is going to be the host. So she's a regular radio host here in New York. So what we're going to be discussing is going to be a surprise to me as well as her, I guess. Yeah. I'm ready for it.
I think the
Nothing's
cute
off
Christianity-
limits,
Yeah, right,
An
right.
open conversation. We love to tease things like that,
Okay.
right?
Wow. Well, we're so happy to have you. It's really an honor. You
Thank
guys
you
are
for having us.
legends. You're legends.
And you made a lot of people here in the studio really happy to get up close with you.
Really?
You're the camera guy, is this though?
Hi, guys.
Indeed.
And the guys who was at Prospect Park.
So again, thank you for being here. Have safe travels while you're here. Enjoy your time here in New York.
Thank you
and you
very
can
much.
catch them tomorrow night at City Winery Hudson Valley and Saturday night at City Winery in New York City. Plus a special meet and greet as we just talked about at the ApolloVictoria. Great to have you guys
We
here.
appreciate you, David and Selwyn. Keep spreading the good message.